So this final game that we're gonna go check out is a game that I was actually given earlier access to. The developer gave me a earlier beta or an earlier access to this game's demo, but I never really got around to messing with it because stuff came up and I wanted to focus on other things. But now we're gonna check this out. So yeah, we're gonna check out Akatori. So this is actually a game that's been on my Steam wishlist since 2021. So this is actually a game I've been interested in and have been watching to see when it comes out for a while. And to see that it, like I saw that they were doing a demo, and so I was very interested in checking it out. And thankfully, the developer gave me an earlier access. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't really get around to making use of that, but we're going to check it out now. So I will tell you the story of Akatori. I think that's how it is. For me, it begins in this temple. So this game is like a... This one I know a bit more about compared to the other games, because this is supposed to be like an action, like metroidvania style game. And the art style itself is already like really cool. I do, from the time I did play the demo prior to this, I do have some insight on certain things, and I'll kind of share opinions and thoughts when we get to it. Talk is why. I don't know why. I've always felt better after I sit by guide stones. So you can stop here to rest. So like I only had 1 HP, so now I have full HP. All right. So I think this is either the part of the tutorial or just something that they're adding with the demo. So like here, I can pick up one of the moves. So we get to do an uppercut. So by holding up and pressing X, then we just uppercut enemies into the air. I don't know if this is something they'll do like in the full game, because like you see these screenshots or these videos like demonstrate how to do these. Makes me think that they're either something you're supposed to obtain later and they're just giving it to you early because of the demo, or maybe they are supposed to be here. Oh, so this guy, want to get him out of my way. And then we can do a downward attack. So first off, like one of the main things I noticed when playing this is you get a double jump by like starting out. You have this double jump, and there are sections where the fact that you can double jump off the rip kind of makes some of the platforming useless. Like there's supposed to be these platforms like here to help you get back up, but why would I need the bottom one if I have a double jump? Like, if you're going to have a double jump as part of your base movement, I feel like you should maybe space the platforms based off the double jump. Either that, or like maybe the double jump is something you're supposed to learn, and again, it's something we only have for the demo. But that's one thing I noticed is, especially when we get into a bit later, there's going to be spots where a lot of the platforming is just kind of glossed over because I can just double jump over everything. So power swim. So we get an underwater dash, essentially. And you can see at the top, there's like a little feather that's showing like my cooldown. I think it's also like my stamina, the little yellow bars at the bottom. Oh, I was paying attention to it and didn't even notice there was an enemy right there. Come on. Get out of my way. Okay. Oh. I do not want to die. Okay. So health potion. It's on the left D-pad. So yeah, like this makes a bit more sense to have these platforms kind of spaced out with the expectation that you're going to double jump to them. But having platforms that are designed to like a single jump to kind of feels weird. Oh. I didn't realize the enemy respawned. Okay. Well, now I have full health again, so we'll just act like that never happened. And I also kind of noticed that for the most part, I mean, I haven't really... We'll see what the pricing on the items are, but the enemy, like fighting enemies, seems to only really give you the game's currency. And depending on what the cost of stuff is, it might just not really be worth it to fight them. Like these little crystals give you a bunch of them. I don't think rolling would be necessarily faster because of the cooldown. Like spamming roll to move faster. Maybe it is. So we get out of this cave and now back into the overworld. So there are many more adventures and drama after this, but we'll keep the mystery. So this is, we're just going to skip stuff because story and focusing just on the demo. So now we can talk to this guy. I think he's the actual merchant. So yeah, we get increase our damage dealt and then fully restore. So yeah, it looks like the health potions are kind of spendy, at least. And then this is about where I stopped when I was messing with the demo when I was first given access to it. So I haven't really done anything else past this point. So we're gonna experience this point on together. Just get rid of that guy and that guy. So like the platforms, and this is what I'm talking about, like these ones are at least spaced out a little bit better to make actual use of the double jump. Certain attacks can be dodged. And then I think it's just, yeah, just the normal B. So like these ones make sense. Like the platforming here is actually designed around the whole double jump. And it looks like you can also stick to walls. It looks like only... Yeah, so you can't just constantly stick to walls, so there is some limit to doing it, which is good. Come up here. So we get the glider. Use the glider to travel long distances and slow your fall. So then we can just hover. Oh. And we have this, like a little bamboo. Ah. This guy wants to get in my way. So do I... Ah. So like, another thing is, this enemy right here, I'm sure it's because he's stuck in the bush, but he does not stick out very well. And it's very easy to get hit by some of these enemies that I can't really tell are there. Maybe it's because the camera is very zoomed out, but when it gets like really zoomed out, it becomes very easy. Oh. It becomes very easy to miss some of the enemies. Like I feel like maybe they need like a background to them so they stick out a bit more, or like an outline rather. Like this guy kind of sticks out, but like some of them feel like they blend in very well with the background, or just have colors that don't stick out well enough against the backgrounds. So where am I trying to go? Because we skipped some of the story, we don't really know what our goal is right now. So we're just kind of jumping around. And I'm not going to fault the game for that at all. That's definitely like, you know, it'll be more obvious with the full game, I feel like. We get more of these, like the bamboo. They can definitely send you flying. And I also understand that some of the the visual things could definitely be me, because I don't have great eyes. So like, it could be a me problem that some of these enemies are a little bit trickier for me to notice. So take it with a grain of salt. It could just be a skill issue because my eyes suck. But I would say, like, I feel like the camera could use a little bit more zooming in, or at least give you control of how zoomed in it is. I'm sure they want it zoomed out for a reason. There's probably like a very valid reason that it's zoomed out like this. Like right here where it's kind of zoomed in more, like this makes a little bit more sense for me. But they would probably have to like place enemies differently if the camera was zoomed in more, because then it would be a lot of enemies would probably be more of jump scares than anything. Let's see here. I assume we're just trying to get high up. Oh, he wanted me. Okay. Okay, another shrine. So at least we're going somewhere right. Some more of this. So like right here, these enemies, like especially the guy next to the torch or the plant or whatever there on the left side, that guy, at least for me, does not stick out very well. Like his colors kind of blend in too well with the environment that I didn't really notice he was there. And holy moly, that actually just sent me flying. And we'll continue on. I see a chest down here. There's some enemies in the way. Oh, well, we get another free potion, I guess. No, it's down here. Doesn't look like anything. Oh, really? Okay, so the water's pushing me down there, I'm sure. And it looks like you can double jump off of being stuck on the wall. So if you get caught on a wall, then you can at least double jump out of that. Where do I want to go now? We'll just go to the right. This definitely looks like something, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that water pushes you down. We'll go to the left side, I guess. Oh, so throw and return your staff with a right trigger to pull an enemy in. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, it's probably because I didn't have this one. So use the throw staff to activate levers in hard to reach places. Okay, so you throw it, and then you hold it to bring it back. Okay. This looks very similar to earlier. What's that up in the sky? Alright, we'll figure it out later. So, looks like, you know, some more jumping around. What could be down here? It's not a huge serpent, is it? Is there anything else up here? Can I go up? Doesn't look like it. So we'll go down. This is maybe a boss fight. Definitely feels like a boss fight kind of vibe here. Oh. Yeah, something's happening. Oh. Oh. Did I just die in one hit? Oh. Okay. I did not anticipate that. Try again. Oh. Oh, am I just supposed to outrun it? Is that... Am I just dumb? Am I supposed to just outrun it? Or outswim it, rather? That's probably what I have to do. Because it didn't even touch me there, and I just died. Okay, yeah, I'm just supposed to get away from it. That makes sense. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I was kind of worried that was going to fall on me. And it does seem like the boss is at least taking some sort of damage from the environment. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. So maybe it's just a matter of like trying to outlast it. Okay, well, I got through that at least. So let me heal here. I was about to use one of my potions before I saw this. Oh. Okay. Well, now I'll heal again. We'll take a damage potion. Because maybe it'll put me in the boss. Wonder how many little girls make up this daily menu. I'm gonna brutally kill that snake afterwards, but I'll tell you about it in another battle. Oh. So scary here, you just want to punch someone. This gives... Oh. This is like, this kind of reminds me in, like, what is it, Smash 4? When you have the version of Master Hand that, like, turns into, like, the blob or whatever. Like Master Fortress, I think is what it's called. That's what this reminds me of. Let's take this so I can get some extra damage. I think I just got stunned out of my potion. Oh. Okay, I died very quickly. Do I get my... Okay, I do get the potions back at least. So I'll take the damage potion now. I want to get out of the... Oh, there's a sniper at each end. Okay, we'll try this again. Okay, I'll play this a little bit slower. I'll just let it dive attack me. Ooh. Okay. Just come at me, bro. Oh. Okay. There's not really anywhere safe I can stand and heal. Okay, now that I've actually cleared out enemies, this should be significantly easier, I imagine. He's got a shield now. Oh. Ow! I don't like that. Okay. At least I was able to heal myself. Oh. I think it just killed itself. I think it attacked whatever it was that it spat onto the ground and killed itself with it. What do we get here? Sacred Steam allows... Oh. You can't see it, but it just opened up my browser to the Steam page. Alright, well, that was it. So, like, with that, I definitely do enjoy this. I do think it'll be good. Like I said, this is a game I've been watching since 2021, so it's not like it's a thing that I'm just now learning about. This is a game I've been aware of, and it's been on my monitor or my radar, rather, for a while. I think the only gripes that I have is that some of the enemies don't stand out well enough, and that could just be my eyes, because my vision sucks. Some of the enemies, their colors kind of blend in too well with the backgrounds. So I feel like adding like maybe a red outline to enemies might be beneficial. Other thing is, in some of the areas, the camera zooms out a lot, and it can make it hard to like really pay attention to where things are at. But I feel like if they were to try and zoom the camera in, it would require more fundamental changes, because then they'd have to worry more about like enemy placement because you have less vision. So I can't really, like, I think it would be good to have like some sort of control of the zoom. Maybe make it to where like clicking in on one of the sticks will change your zoom level, so you can like make it your own problem that you may get jump scared by enemies. I do like the movement is good. I do think that, like I mentioned early on, like some of the platforms being spaced for like a single jump while you have a double jump by default feels kind of weird. But if the double jump is something you unlock later, that's fine. But if it's something you have off the rip, it feels like some of the platforms don't need to be spaced for a single jump. And when I got into like the open area after like the first teleport like window door thingy, that is where the areas started to make more sense and were more designed for a double jump. So it could just be an early game thing where you're just, people may not realize they have a double jump. A small thing that I liked is that dying during that boss fight didn't get rid of my potions, even though I used them, because some games will be very punishing and make it to where using those potions at all will count as consuming it. So there's definitely their checkpoint system definitely takes into account your items. So I think that's good, because then it means that you don't really have you're not really risking anything by using all of your items in a boss fight. Because if you can use all your items and then die, and then if you can do better, then you can make it through using less items. So the fact that you get to keep them, I think, is good, because it helps you actually learn and not be punished for trying to learn. And so you can just stockpile, of course, and then just go into a boss and like use 10 potions or whatever. But I think the fact that they give them back to you is good for not punishing people for trying to learn, and that just makes it to where if you're preemptive and you're trying to learn like patterns and stuff, then you can keep your items and not have to risk losing them every time you die. So the only thing I really have against it are just really minor things, and it's definitely stuff that I feel like either is a skill issue on my part with like my vision not being great, so some of the enemies might not be as visible because of my terrible eyesight. And then the zoom stuff, I feel like could be an easy change if they just give you a toggle for it. But yeah, I definitely think it's definitely already shaping up to be worth the wait. I don't even remember where I like spotted this all the way back in 2021. I don't remember how it got on my radar to begin with, but it's definitely, with this, I feel like they're showing signs that it's definitely shaping up to be something really good. I think people will really like it. The UI is clean. I think keeping a lot of the stuff very like focused into one space along the top avoids a lot of clutter that a lot of games like this tend to suffer from. Like, I feel like a lot of games try to have so much in their UI that it becomes bloated and there's just so much going on. And I think that's one of the things the Metroid series has done very well, is that they keep a lot of the UI elements very condensed and right next to each other and in like one corner of the screen. So it leaves you with a lot of real estate to actually look at stuff. So I think that their design of keeping all the UI elements along the like center top and just all next to each other, I think that's really good. It does mean that you have more vision on the world around you, and especially if the game's going to be zoomed out, you'll want as much of that real estate to look ahead as possible. So I think the UI is very good. The combat, I think we'll see when there's like actually more combat to it, like more abilities and stuff. But it definitely seemed like that down slam that was causing like a wave and was just hitting enemies multiple times. It feels like that's going to be pretty nutty. So maybe that's like a late thing or like a later into the game. But I definitely feel like the combat is good. So yeah, there really isn't a whole lot negative to say. I mean, I do like where it's going. I do like the art style, the presentation, and I'm very interested to see where it goes from here. Hopefully they have plans for a more imminent release. Okay, so they do have this year as their release date, at least. So they do have plans to do something soon. So that's exciting. This will definitely be added to my list of things that I need to play when they come out this year. But it's definitely something worth checking out. And yeah, I do appreciate the developers giving me earlier access. Like I said, they did give me access to this demo before the Steam Next Fest went up, but I just had other things come up and just couldn't get to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.